Good Tuesday, everybody. Time to check out the weather. My name is Jewel. This is the Weather Channel of J7409. Thank you so much for clicking play and checking out the weather with me today. As we take a look at the watches and warnings map today, everything looks pretty good except for just a few areas. We might as well start up north. Up north, where you see this blue wind chill advisories in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, parts of mid to western Massachusetts, going on up into Maine. Now, some of you guys, like, take the Massachusetts area, for example. You could feel like 15 degrees below zero for the morning hours. Hopefully by the afternoon it should die down a little bit, but you are under this warning for today. Everybody else, if you get up here in Maine over to the northern section and northwestern section, you guys could feel 35 degrees below zero. Please be aware and dress very proper for this. We know how it goes. Now, the other big deal going on today is the wind. The wind. Let me tell you all about it. Portions of eastern Pennsylvania, the whole state of New Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, parts to mid to eastern Massachusetts, going up into Vermont, New Hampshire, and also into Maine. As you can see in parts of the other parts of eastern New York right here, you're going to have wind, okay? You're under wind watches, advisories, and warnings in some places. Don't be surprised if you got anything outside you need to bring in. You should have done it yesterday. You still had these yesterday, and it looks like you're going to continue to have them for portions of today, if not all day long. These winds, some of these winds, especially up in Maine, right in this area right here, you can get up to like 65 knots. Well, 65 knots, bring it down to miles per hour. That's Category 1 hurricane wind. So, along with the cold temperature, the wind chill, it's going to make it very, very cold and very, very dangerous if you're traveling. Other areas that you see here, you guys can have winds up to 40 or 50 mile per hour wind gusts at times. So please be safe and keep all of this in mind if you are out and about. Of course, we see all of the green down in West Virginia, parts of Virginia, Tennessee, moving down to Mississippi, Arkansas, all of these areas here. You are under a flood watch, okay? Flood watch. We got a flood watch going on in Nebraska too. Hopefully a lot of these rivers have died down some. It won't get too bad, but we do have the exception of some thunderstorms today that's going to make these rivers probably not go down for these areas right in here, especially Mississippi and Arkansas. So be aware of that. If you come across the road, turn around, don't drown, don't go try to go through it. Now, when we move over to Kansas, we have a red flag alert. Windy, humidity's down, fires can catch up very, very easily. And over in Arizona, we see this. What is this? This is a fire weather watch. It could turn into a red flag warning. I think down around, I checked a while ago, in Arizona, your humidity's down to around 11%. And you could have some wind to kick up along with this. If so, you're going to be put under a red flag warning. So be aware, stay safe, don't do any outside burning unless you check first to see if it is safe. So far as severe weather goes today, we do have this chance of thunderstorms, as you can see, from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, a large portion of Florida, Georgia, and southern South Carolina. Now, with these thunderstorms, you could have some thunder, you could have some lightning, but tornadoes, severe downdraft winds and hail at this time is not expected. It should be just like a regular old thunderstorm. So be aware, keep your eyes open. Anything's possible and anything could happen, as we know. But that's what it's looking like right now. Just severe thunderstorms could pop up in these areas today with no severe outcome. Make sure you do check your skies if you do run up on any of these thunderstorms, because anything can happen and anything can change. But as of now, looks like no tornadoes, downdraft winds, or hail should be in these storms. One of the big deals today is going to be the temperature. Yeah, everybody got bit by that summer bug in a lot of places, but he's gone for a while. Yeah, he's going to be gone for a while. We're going to have to go back down in temperatures anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees to what we got used to over the past few days. As you can see, these are the highs for today. This is Fahrenheit. Wind chill is going to be a lot cooler, but North Carolina, for example, this says 50s, mid-50s to low 50s, maybe. It would not surprise me if along the coast here of the inner banks, we get to 50. It may be 49, but it should be 50s according to all of the models here. Now, of course, where the wind chill advisories are, where the wind's going to blow, you can see how cold it is up in Maine. You guys looking at 1621. Now, this is Fahrenheit, not wind chill. Florida remains the warm spot today, but in 2 or 3 days, you're going to cool up too, so go ahead and prepare for it. Looking like in the midsection of the U.S., you can see Texas in the 50s, maybe a 60 here and there, and we may, over in North Carolina, have a 60 pop up, but it's not going to stay. It'll fall right back down. So you can see the temperatures here. Pennsylvania's looking like 30s, 40s. Moving on across to Oklahoma, maybe in the 60s. As we look over in Tennessee, lower 50s, western Tennessee, upper 40s. Upper 40s here. So everybody, you're going to have a cool down. A cool down. Let's see what tonight's temperature should look like. Big cool down coming up, folks. Big cool down coming up. Now, this says around the coastline here for North and South Carolina in the 40s. It would not surprise me if we are not in the 30s. Okay? We'll go with 40. I'll take that. I'll go with the lower 40s for the coastline and inner banks and outer banks, but I think we may hit at 30s. And it's 30s from the Piedmont all the way across to the mountains. I'm saying the same thing for the coastlines all the way down here. You could be in the 40s, but don't be surprised if you're in the 50s. When you come over to Texas, you can see 40s, 30s, and even 20s, depending on which part of the state that you are in, of course. But this is just an example of how the cool down is going to take place. 24 for Kentucky, the whole entire state. 24 for West Virginia, the entire state. And of course, when you move on up, we got southern New Jersey at 25, northern New Jersey at 23. So you don't put the coats away yet, folks. It's going to be very, very chilly. And by Thursday night, Florida, you're going to cool up, panhandle in the 40s. Everybody else in the 50s except the very southern tip down here. You may hit 60 degrees for your nighttime low. What was the high and what was the low for the first day of March yesterday? Well, the high temperature for yesterday was 92 at Brighton, Florida. The low temperature for Monday, March 1st was in Langdon, North Dakota, minus 24. In the past 24 hours, this is where the snow has fallen. Light snow down around New Mexico. We had some light snow with a little swath of heavier snow in it. We had some snow up in North Dakota. We had some in New York. But this is what got me right up here in Maine. I want to thank Luna. I believe it's Luna that lives up in Maine. She said that she was getting some ice when it would rain. I believe you, Luna. It just don't show up on this stuff. And she said she was getting some snow, and she lives right about in this area where the heavier snow fell. So Luna, if you're watching, let me know how much snow you got, if that's possible. Looking like maybe 3-4 inches that you got. Everybody else got some light snow out of this, and this is what it looked like for the past 24 hours so far as snowfall goes. If you're into the weather and you haven't subscribed, please click subscribe down in the right lower hand corner. Check off all, click the bell and check off all, because if you don't check off all, you know how that goes. Most of the time you won't receive my latest videos as I put them out. Also, click show more down below. There's a link to go to my friend Ann Dale's website, which we are collaborating right now. I'd appreciate it if you give her a check out and subscribe to her. Tell her Jewel sent you. It's Ann Dale Homestead at the Colony. Now, let's finish this up right quick. We have my future radar here. We'll turn it on right quickly. We do have a surface low pressure system, and it should move eastward along the Gulf Coast today and tonight. Now, as this Gulf moisture streams into the region, the rain and the thunderstorms that I showed you are forecast, of course, across the Gulf Coast states to the north of a low. Now, the rain amounts are going to be anywhere from 1 inch to maybe 3 inches expected over southern Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina, as well as northern Florida through early tomorrow, Wednesday. You do have a chance of some flash flooding possible in these areas. The rain should clear out by tomorrow afternoon as this low makes its way to the Atlantic. And the southeastern U.S., as I've told you, can also expect cooler than normal temperatures, with highs in the 40s and 50s today. And by tomorrow, there's still going to be maybe 5-10 degrees below normal. It's going to be chilly. We're going to need our coats if we go out. And in the northeast, we got these strong winds forecast today. This is all due to a tight pressure gradient from the deep surface low in southeastern Canada. Thus, the high wind warnings are scattered across the region, along with widespread wind advisories from the northern mid-Atlantic into New England, as I've showed you. Elsewhere, we have an upper low and a frontal system to approach southwestern states by tomorrow. Rain showers are possible from Southern California into the desert southwest. As the precipitation spreads further inland into the Four Corner area states, Wednesday night snow is expected for higher elevations, in particular with a few inches possible in the peaks of the Mongolian Rim, Wasatch, and San Juan Mountains through Thursday morning. And that's a check of your weather. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching and everything you do for me. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching.